Hi, I'm Sarah from Ellafi Federal Credit Union, and I'm happy to be here today in Middletown, Connecticut with Yasemin, who is the owner of Reboot Eco. How are you?
Hi, good, thank you. Happy to have you.
Thanks for having us here. So tell us, what is Reboot Eco and how did you get started?
Sure. Reboot Eco is a zero waste and refill shop, among other things, in Middletown, Connecticut. So for starters, we have a retail shop where we offer sustainable, reusable, truly eco-friendly and non-toxic alternatives to household cleaners and bath products. In addition to kind of our eco community hub, which includes our swap studio, which is a free shop for clothes, shoes, and books that's open every Saturday and Sunday, monthly repair cafes, all kinds of community events and opportunities to think about consumption differently.
Okay, so you have a retail store here.
Yes, we do.
Where you can buy these different products. But then the swap studio, explain that a little bit.
Sure. So we started out with swap parties, which is a concept that allows friends, family members to kind of come together, bring items from their closets that they're just not really wearing, that just either don't fit anymore, or just, were a good idea at one point, but just don't fit quite right. Bring those together, and then lots of folks get, new to you items. They get to purge their closet and such. So it was really popular. So because we had a little bit of extra space, we were able to turn it into our permanent swap studio, which is basically an opportunity for folks to just think differently, to be introduced to secondhand maybe. Not everyone is good at thrifting, if you will, and Goodwill can be pretty overwhelming and weeding through, everything to find the right item. So we basically, with our team of volunteers, just curate a selection of donations that folks bring and demonstrate that even free items can be items with tags on them, high quality items, and a nice and easy way to kind of get new clothes without buying cheap crap that just ends up in the landfill.
So the items don't necessarily have to be eco-friendly. What you're doing is giving an eco-friendly way of sharing.
Yes. So folks can donate, but they don't have to in order to come and swap. So it doesn't have to be a one-for-one swap. It's open every Saturday and Sunday, and folks can just come and take free items.
And how do they donate?
During Saturday and Sunday, when the swap studio is open. When the swap studio is open, they can just come, bring their donations, and leave with whatever they'd like.
And where are you located?
Down on River Road in Middletown.
Okay, great. So tell us a little bit about starting this company. When did you start the company?
So in my previous life, I was in event planning. So COVID was a little bit of an opportunity to take a break, catch up on some documentaries, and I'd always considered myself a very eco-friendly, person. I recycled right. I introduced recycling into, my workplaces and things. So catching up on some of these environmental documentaries, I found out that plastic was not actually recyclable, that very little plastic can actually get turned into, other things. And I realized that recycling was not the answer. So I then found out about the concept of zero waste shops and refill shops. There was a growing movement around the country, but there was still, just a handful, and there was none in Connecticut. So I wanted to shop at a store like this, and there wasn't anything closer than 3 hours away. So I started slowly building, and in going to farmers markets and pop-up events, I started offering some bulk products just to see if was I the only person that wanted an alternative, or were there others out there? And there were others out there.
So people can come in and literally refill at Reboot Eco.
They can get
what
containers.
Kind of things would you put in here?
Dish soap, hand soap, laundry detergent, sunscreen, lotion, bug spray.
Brilliant.
We have all kinds of alternatives.
Brilliant. And don't we all feel guilty throwing out empty containers all the time? So
it's bulky. You just keep having to buy, containers, packaging over and over and over. There is an alternative. There are wonderful brands across the country, creating products that are not only refillable, but also non-toxic. So they're better for you, for your family.
So when you run out, you just
bring the container back. Yep. People can bring their own containers from home. So if you've already bought, the Tide or whatever, if you clean that container out, you are welcome to bring that. Or we offer containers like that people can buy here and then continue to refill.
That's great. So when did you get involved with Ellafi Federal Credit Union, and what has that experience been like for you?
Sure. So I think I've known about Ellafi since before it was Ellafi, when it was still just an idea. One of the managers at the credit union, Kristen, has been an active member of our community, one of our active volunteers in the swap studio, was coming with her daughter way back when it was still just swap parties, before it was the swap studio.
Teaching the next generation.
That's right. Yes. So she's been an active member of our community since the very early days. So she had shared with me when Ellafi was starting to kind of come together as a concept, and I from day one said, sign me up. There's a lot of overlap in what the community that we're building and what Ellafi does, between just the focus on local, the focus on women, all of that. We carry all small businesses, and the majority of them are women-owned businesses.
That's wonderful.
So there's just a lot of overlap in our ethos and our missions.
Yeah.
So it was a perfect fit, and I said, as soon as I can get in there, let me get in and get an account open.
So you have a business account with
That's right.
Ellafi,
That's
and
right.
now you transact business there, and through that, we're all continuing to support all of these other small local businesses.
Exactly. Yep.
So that's wonderful. In addition to your retail shop and then your space where you have your swaps, you have events on a regular basis.
That's
here?
right. We also have a small event space, so and a lovely outdoor space. So we have monthly repair cafes, which is again another opportunity for folks to look at their stuff differently, take better care of their stuff.
Tell me about that.
So we have two main repair experts that are our partners in the repair cafe, Mr. Fix This and John's Repairs. So we always have general repairs available. So everything from mixers to blenders to clocks to all kinds of different things. Sometimes some toys and things like that come in. All kinds of different things get repaired, as well as our mending expert, John's Repairs. So you can bring in zipper repairs, even outerwear. He's great at outerwear and gear. So patches for, that rain jacket that has a tear in it and things like that. And just to find out how to potentially, mend your own item, to get some advice on how to prevent it from happening again. Because that's what we want. Through the swaps, due to the repair cafe and things like that, we want folks to think differently. We sometimes go for the cheap option, but that cheap option doesn't last as long. It's not repairable necessarily.
Right.
So whether it's clothing or otherwise, spending a little bit more and getting the quality version, which then through, taking good care of it or being able to repair it, it'll last you a lot longer and save you a ton of money in the long run. So it's really just thinking differently. And that's a lot of what we carry in the shop here too, is alternatives like that.
And I love that you mentioned Kristen bringing in her daughter, you're inviting the youth to come in and start to learn about the importance of this. Because I think that the sooner you teach people that, the more likely they are to embrace it in their lifestyles for their entire life. Right?
Absolutely, but it's also never too late.
That's a good
Children are still a minority of the population that we have here. So while it is important to engage the youth, and I do absolutely feel very strongly about that, I do want to make sure that adults of various generations also remember that it's never too late to switch it up and to learn that what their practices are might not, in fact, be as environmentally friendly as they thought they might have been.
Yeah,
so it's a great place for learning for all ages here.
In some ways, we skipped some generations on that. My grandparents were always reusing and recycling way before there was a song about it.
That's right. That's right. Exactly. So in addition to the repair cafes, we also do some themed swap parties. So some of our popular events are our puzzle swap party, our plant swap party. So those are things that some folks, they gave a houseplant a try. Either they moved or maybe they just didn't have luck with it. Someone else can, benefit from it. Why throw it away? Why let it die?
Yeah.
Cuttings, getting cuttings from houseplants, seeds if you are an outdoor grower. So those kind of things are very shareable. And similarly, puzzles. Some people can do a puzzle over and over, but in many cases, once you've built it once,
you don't want to do it again.
Right. And buying a new puzzle every single time, why not swap them? They're still, once you've built it once, it's still in great condition. So those are some of the things that, some of the highlights of our swap parties that we do. And then we have some of our local vendors come in and do workshops around the products that they make, helping, kind of DIY projects. We have some of our workshops are around invasive species and how to help manage invasive species. Yeah, we unfortunately have a couple of those on the grounds here. So we've been able to do some demonstrations around targeting invasive species because we're still, everyone's still kind of learning. And that's one of those things that, nature and the environment and our relationship, with it, we kind of try to cover a lot of the different bases. So, and just getting in touch with nature is one of the aspects that, we'll do as well. So we have some wonderful community members that bring kind of that education and contribute to our lovely community that we have down here.
That's wonderful. Well, on behalf of Ellafi, we're very happy to have you as a client and a friend and an educator in the area to help us all learn more about how to be more eco-friendly in our lifestyles.
Well, thank you for doing what you do.
How do people find you? What's the best way for them to learn about when your events are happening, or can they shop online, all of that?
Sure. So rebooteco.com is the best place to kind of see all the things. We have blog posts that we put out periodically just about, various things, either our products or our events or other things, and just some education there. Our hours, our products, we have an online shop. So online shopping is an option for folks if they struggle to make it here on during our hours, or they're further away, or just to kind of, refill and they're busy. And social media at Reboot Eco on Facebook and Instagram, and TikTok, but don't expect much there. So yeah, at Reboot Eco or rebooteco.com are great places to keep in touch with us.
Well, I'm going to go check out some things.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to filling up a container and maybe looking at some shampoo soap.
Shampoo and conditioner bars. Yes, those are our top sellers.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.